Hey guys, it's Laura with Vindeco Jewelry, and I wanted to do my very first pop-up shop for necklaces. I have a bunch of necklaces I haven't had a chance to list on my Etsy and Poshmark. I do sometimes list on eBay. I usually do lots on eBay, things that I don't necessarily want to sell, and I also do Poshmark. I've been doing that for a couple of years. I just started Etsy and I love it. And I also follow a bunch of channels on YouTube. Lucia's Splendors, I love her. I love her and Anita's Friday jewelry auctions. So I wanted to just have a way of showing a bunch of necklaces all at once instead of having to individually list them. So I hope you guys like it. And I am very new to this. I'm nervous being on camera, and I also hope I'm able to get everything focused so you guys can actually see the pieces. When I do show a piece, I will call out the price. If you're interested in buying it, you can send an email to vindecojewelry@gmail.com and just let me know the timestamp of the piece you're interested in, a brief description, and then also leave your full name and address. I will send a PayPal invoice to your email, and then we will go from there. So I'll go ahead and show my first piece. This one is a really pretty gold tone and rhinestone necklace with a citrine colored kind of crystal at the very bottom. Has a really pretty drop. In the back it just has a lobster clasp. Let's see if you can see that. It does have an extender, so it's going to fit multiple different necks. I just really love this. It's so dainty, it's so classy. I love the citrine color, the gold tone. I will measure this for us so you guys know. Let's see. Okay, so without the extender, it's wearable length of 8.5 inches, and then the drop actually goes to about 10.5 inches. So that one is very nice. I like it a lot. Very pretty. I'm trying not to hoard the jewelry that I get in. This one almost didn't make it, but this one I am going to list for $10. So if you're interested, please let me know. Send me an email. I will go ahead and put that one up. Move on to the next one. So this next one is vintage. It is unmarked. It's kind of Coro-esque, but does not have the Coro marking on it. This one is super fun. It has little flowers on it. It's made of gold tone and white, almost thermoset kind of flower petals right there. We've got, looks like milk glass beads. And let's see if I can get this to focus a little better. And there are rhinestones in the very middle of the flowers. And you can kind of see them sparkle as it turns to the side. And then in the back, it has a traditional kind of vintage hook clasp right there. Just a really fun necklace for somebody, especially people that really enjoy flower jewelry. Let me make take a measurement of this because it is going to be on the smaller side, as many vintage necklaces tend to be. It is going to be a wearable length of about 7.5 inches, so it's a little bit, it's going to sit right here at the collarbone. Very pretty. Let's see. It's gonna look there, like that. And I'm gonna do this one also for $10. Then, oh, I love this one. Sometimes, I don't know if you guys ever get jewelry in that is it's not something that you would personally wear, but you still love it. I even hoard jewelry that I don't think I would wear with any outfits, but I just really like the way it looks, so I add it to my collection. This one is a Craftsman piece. It is made of ceramic beads. A lot of work went into making this. Each bead was made, painted, and it's not actually as heavy as it looks, but it's hard to tell too. These little beads right here, they have kind of a pinkish tone to them. I think they're showing up on camera as more of a kind of salmon color, but they do have a little bit of a pink tone to them. These beads right here, these are ceramic as well, and they are very shiny. They have that nice glaze to them. In the back, it has a silver tone toggle clasp. I did not test this for sterling. I don't see any markings on it, so I don't believe it is sterling. But yeah, this is just a really cool piece. Very unique. And let's measure that one. All right, that one's gonna measure at about 8¼ inch wearable length. So if you guys are interested, that one's also gonna be $10. Very pretty colors. All right, let's see what we have here. Oops, I've got a little bit of a tangle. Let's see. This one, how do we have this here? I'm normally not a huge fan of shell necklaces, but this one has some dyed shells, and it also has what looks like some dyed natural stone in it. Let's see if I can get that to sit the way it's supposed to sit. And the colors are absolutely beautiful. They show really nicely up against black, so I think it would look really cool with a black sweater, black blouse. And if you are a fan of blue turquoise colors, this is going to be the necklace for you. I love the 3-strand effect. They just look like they're floating. And then in the back, it does have a lobster clasp. The chain that it's strung on, it looks like it's kind of like a gunmetal sort of color, and I love that. It doesn't take away at all from the look of the beautiful kind of turquoise blue colors here. And this one I'm going to list at $7, so if you're interested in that, please let me know. Let's measure this one really quickly. It does have an extender, so it's going to measure at 8½ inches wearable length, and that can be extended, and we have a drop of about 11 inches to the 3rd strand down there. So that's just a really pretty necklace. Let me know if you want it. What do we have next? Okay, trying to give a good mixture of pieces. This one is another vintage piece. It has been tested. It's just costume jewelry, so we don't have any no diamonds, no rubies, but as you can see, there's some really pretty ruby colored rhinestones in there, along with the white rhinestones. It has a gold tone herringbone chain, a nice thick chain, and it kind of comes down in a really nice V. It's going to be a really flattering, slimming necklace to wear. And I love how the gold chain just catches the light. Let's see here. There you go. That's a better focus. And it has a nice fold over clasp in the back. Come on, focus for me. Ish, it's almost there. I don't know if you guys can see. There we go. So it has a fold over clasp as well. And this one is going to be $7. Yeah, look at that light, catch it. Stunning. All right, so that one's really cool. I like that one a lot. Moving on to another vintage piece. Oh my gosh, my dog is sitting down next to me like, what are you doing? Why are you ignoring me? All right, so this one is really cute, and I've never been able to tell if these are supposed to be butterflies, if they're hearts. What I do know is that they're a really cool burnt orange color. I call it burnt orange because I live in Austin, Texas, and right here in Austin, everybody is a huge Longhorn fan, and their colors are burnt orange and white. So anytime I see this color, I'm always going to call it burnt orange. But this is kind of a choker style necklace. It is smaller because it's one of those vintage pieces, and it is a thermoset kind of plastic or resin material. I don't know if anybody knows what exactly thermoset means. Please drop it in the comments, because I'm learning all the terms. I just don't know exactly what they all mean. So it is set in a kind of silver tone, and in the back you have just a chain and a hook clasp. This hook clasp looks to me like it has been changed at some point, unless, I don't know, because the dangle ball is the same color as the hook clasp, so it may be that it was just made that way, because it would be very strange for them to change out the hook clasp and the dangle ball, but that's just something a little different about it. So there's that. That's what it looks like from the side, and that one is super fun and beautiful. Very, very vintage look to it. And I'll measure it for you. It looks like it's going to be it's going to be a wearable length of about 6.5 inches. So that's a small one. That one is going to sit kind of tight, almost like a choker. So 6.5 inches wearable length on that one. All right. I'm just mimicking what I've seen in other videos, so I'm probably messing this up as far as trying to hold my hand behind the jewelry and make it easier to see. I hope you guys aren't laughing at me. I'm doing my best. Oh, and as I talk about messing things up, I didn't give you a price on this one. I believe this one is gonna go for $10. So if you would like that vintage piece, email me. I'm selling it for $10. All right. I love the way this one sounds. This one is, I want to say it's Craftsman made. I mean, it has so many pretty natural stones in it. It is gorgeous. Let's see, let's make it a little bit longer here. Let's go right about there. And yeah, that'll work. Oh my gosh, Laura, get it together today. Get it together. All right, so, oh my gosh. There's so many different natural stones on this. There's a little bit of everything. There's some faux pearls. There are some clear crystals. Let's see. It's a 3-strand necklace. Very earthy tones. These are definitely very large natural stone kind of. They're not really beads, but so cool. As you can see, I can't stop playing with it because I love the way it sounds, but definitely a statement piece. Very neutral in color, so you could wear it with a lot of different things. And the back looks like this. It has an extender on it. You know, I had my stuff here focused a while back and now it's just not focusing. I think my natural lighting has changed. There's a little bit better, but it has a lobster clasp. And yeah, this one is really beautiful. So this one's also going to go for 10. And let's measure. Oh, there it is. I have to go back to work. I have to leave at 4, so I'm not rushing, but I'm also having to be conscious of the time. All right, so it looks like this one's gonna have a wearable length of about 7 1/4 inches. And this one will be 10. And I'll put that one to the side. Let's see here. I have another Craftsman piece, also kind of in neutral tones. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry, that's not the one I thought. This one is not a Craftsman piece. This one is Teresa Goodall. And it has brass tone findings, so a little lobster clasp at the back. Come on. And that little tag there says Teresa Goodall. So the colors, I'm hoping they're showing really well here. The colors on this are kind of a purple and like a pale green. There's some natural kind of wood tones to it. And this one is a mixture of, I believe, so some of these are plastic, some of these are wood, and some of these feel ceramic. It's actually a pretty lightweight necklace. It's a little bit longer, it's chunky, it's funky. Definitely you could see somebody wearing this every day. Especially if you're a big fan of purple. It's one of my favorite colors. And I love these purple beads right here. And let's get that so that it's not hanging. It kind of hangs in an asymmetrical way. It's not perfectly, well, there we go. I got it kind of even, but the necklace itself is asymmetrical. You can see there's 2 here, and over here it's a little different, but it looks really nice. And that one is going to be about 13 1/2 inches wearable length. This one, I don't know anything about Teresa Goodall, so you guys might get a good deal on this one. I'm going to sell this one for 7. And there we go. Let's see, I think I have one more necklace to show, and then I will call it quits to my very first pop-up shop, and hopefully I'll get some nice comments and encouragement, because it's definitely hard to put yourself out there, and I've watched so many videos of people doing these things, and they're just so good at it, and their lighting's always perfect, and I'm sure I'll get better, but thank you guys for bearing with me. I really love jewelry and everything about it, and I love learning new stuff. I'm learning as I go, and there's just an unlimited amount of stuff to learn. So I spend most of my free time watching YouTube videos on jewelry or researching on Etsy and Poshmark. So this is the last piece I have today that I'm going to show today. It is a vintage faux pearl necklace. They are a whitish color. It's kind of hard to see here. And they're individually knotted in between each. On the very back has a gold tone clasp. Really pretty little vintage looking clasp right there. Let's see, can I get it in further? Well, it's not wanting to focus. I think you guys can kind of see it. It's well, maybe if I stop moving it, it'll focus. There we go. All right, so this one I'm gonna sell for $6. I will get that measurement for you guys. That one is gonna be a wearable length of 8.5 inches. And it's just really dainty and pretty. There's a better shot of the clasp. All right. Well, thank you so much, guys, for joining me in my very first pop-up shop. I didn't want to make it too long because I know I'm doing some things wrong and I didn't want to make it boring, but I enjoyed doing it, and I will look forward to doing some more. I have tons of amazing pieces to show, vintage, craftsman, all kinds of stuff, earrings, rings, you name it. I have some vintage trinkets too, so I will be posting more of these videos, probably some more pop-up shops. I'll do some unbaggings, and eventually when I get kind of more or less nervous, I'll probably do an auction or two, or more than that, I don't know. So I'm really enjoying my time so far playing with jewelry, and I will continue to do videos. So if any of the things you saw today look good to you, you're interested in buying those, go ahead and send me an email. It's Vindeco Jewelry. You can find that in the description, and also it's going to tell you what you need to send me: your first, last name, your mailing address, give me a timestamp of the piece that you are interested in buying, and a short description of the piece, and then I will invoice you through PayPal. So if you have any questions about anything, please send me an email, and if you have any suggestions or comments that are positive, productive, no trolls please, just go ahead and leave them in the comments section. I will be less awkward next time, hopefully. So thank you guys for joining me, and have a good rest of your day.